I got you with EBT on the first date?
Yeah, I got 2 kids with 4 baby fathers.
What? And then what? No, cause the what?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Y'all be liking to admit it or not. Let's take away the food stamps. Let's take away the Section 8. Let's take away the Medicaid. Let's take away the WIC. Let's take away y'all daycare services. And let's take away the child support. Let's see how many deadbeat moments it is out here. Okay, let's see how many of y'all can still take care of your kids.
Have two kids by 2 different men.
You got 2 kids and 2 baby dads. You a single mom. You said I'm a last kid. If it's here or not, you single and pregnant. You showing off the baby. You got 2 kids and 2 baby dads. You a single mom. You said I'm a last kid. If it's here or not, you single and pregnant. You showing off the baby.
Oh, and that woman is single with her 3rd child by her 3rd baby father, Trayvon Diggs, cornerback for the Dallas Cowboys.
Go back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. Got a video today from Average Man Unplugged. Ladies of TikTok are still furious at Brandon Jamal on his single mom song. Trying to silence the man. Please like and subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. It's chow time.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Rome, back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, hope you subscribe. So, one of my subscribers sent me 2 videos. One is Brandon Jamal, and another one is from O'Shea Duke Jackson. And I want to play the clip of O'Shea Duke Jackson first, because apparently Black single mothers are in an uproar about this. I'm going to show you this, and then I'm going to show you the Brandon Jamal clip. Check this out.
In the Black sector of social media, people are pissed off. They're upset. Why? JCPenney's put out an interesting advertisement that you may be seeing in some shopping malls across the United States. It depicts a Black family and a white family. We all know that Blacks and whites are in the United States.
Okay.
No big deal. But they're mad about the 2 different sorts of situations. On the first end, we see a Black mother with her Black son and Black daughter. On the bottom, we see a white mother with a white father and their white kids. And this has enraged Black America. Because why? Well, the Black family is fatherless, and the white family has a father. So, of course, you have so many people out here asking questions like, you see statements like, why couldn't the white woman be the baby mama? Oh, you guys are throwing this in our face. This is just, a racism. But I want to...
Right. All in the meanwhile, y'all over here giving my brother Brandon Jamal a hard time when he's over here actually bringing some real shit to y'all attention and y'all hating for it. Check this out.
Do you guys want some proof that what I'm doing is necessary? Do you still think
It's a single mom brat Barbie doll. What the fuck with tattoos and stuff? And she's like dark tanned, like bronzed out, like she goes to the beach all the time or something. I'm confused. Or is it supposed to be a Black woman with the wig? Is that what it is? That's because, yeah, this is pretty stupid.
I mean? Am I still an asshole? Or am I just tired?
You let him hate it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you a single mom. Now you a single mom.
Do you guys want some?
Bro, I can connect the dots with, it can go so deep, no diddy. But let's be clear here, man, and especially for the men, because I think the men understand propaganda when they see it. You're not going to sit over here and tell me that's not by design. You're not going to sit over here and tell me that is not by design. Why in the hell would you make a toy like that? Especially targeted towards Black kids in particular, because That was a black Barbie doll, not a
Was it? I wasn't sure. Just the tan color looked like with the blonde hair just made it look weird.
white one. And just like they're in an uproar about seeing the black single mom in the picture instead of a white single mom in the picture. Statistically, children are born out of wedlock the most out of the black community compared to any other race. So you can't sit over here and tell me that these corporations and these businesses weren't looking at those statistics when they thought of coming up with that toy.
It could even be more in depth to where they are psyoping people to think that that's exactly what you should be like, how family should be like for Black Americans instead of with a dad, since most of you guys see that already.
So yeah, with that being said, I think brothers like what like Brandon Jamal and what he doing is very, very much needed. It's like that one sister said that I reacted to. This could be the new form of baby control. I mean, it's
birth control, brother.
My apologies, but yeah, this could be a new form of it, man. Yeah, it's called shame. Bring shame back. Let's keep it moving.
Here are some of the grave reasons why you should avoid single mothers. 1. Never available. A single mother's schedule is never clear. Single mothers are the type of women who frequently cancel dates at the last minute. Something always prevents a man from spending quality time with her. It's difficult to have a relationship with her because she is never present. 2. You're not a priority. Usually, when in a relationship with a single mother, the man comes in last. Behind her are her children, her job, the car, the kitchen sink, and the clogged toilet. Even the dog receives more care and affection than a man in a relationship with a single mother. Any man who gets connected with a single mother ends up becoming a fifth stringer in a relationship, and he is rarely called up to play. 3. She believes the world revolves around her and only her. A single mother is one of the most narcissistic individuals in the dating world. She frequently believes that a man must abandon all else in order to be a part of her and her children's lives. They're so selfish. They don't believe men have needs, wants, or a life of their own. He's only supposed to be there to give her whatever she desires in life. 4. Emotionally unavailable. Most single mothers are unable to build meaningful relationships with men because their emotions are invested in other people. Typically, her primary emphasis is on her children. In addition to dedicating herself to her children, most single mothers have dedicated their hearts to someone else, their children's father. And the sentiments she still has for him will always keep her from getting close to you. A single mother will always have some distance from the new man in her life. 5. The ex-baby daddy is always present. A man simply does not deal with a single mother. He also engages with her ex-partner or baby daddy. And this person is constantly hovering over like a helicopter, trying to cock block you. Some of these guys still believe they have a chance of getting back with her. Others simply don't want to see her happy. Many of these males desire to get over her. Seriously, they are playing a game together. They will continue to play that game with their children until they are 18 or 21. Head for the exit. Dealing with this moron and his insecure bullshit is simply not worth it.
Nope.
Now, see, y'all remember that video that I just reacted to the other day of the brother that took in a single mom only for her to cheat on him with the baby father. So he's 100% on that. But what I find really interesting is how single moms try to make men feel so low just for not choosing them first, especially men that don't have kids.
Yep.
It's one thing for women to shame men who have kids that don't want to deal with a woman who has kids, but it's a whole nother animal when y'all trying to shame men, childless men, when y'all claim they so hard to find, to sit over here and try to shame them for wanting to deal with a woman who already has kids. Because let's be honest, man, a lot of women that already have kids, I would argue that majority, if not most of them, probably don't want to have more kids. And that
most of the time, yes, because they're done with dealing with raising more kids, or they They don't really want to deal with you as a new baby daddy.
That is gonna cause some kind of friction if you do decide to have this man's children, because you're not gonna let him have the same kind of authority over your children versus the children y'all had together. So, and I remember Kevin Samuels kind of going over this as well. So that's a great point also. Let's keep it moving.
I have a question for you. Why is it that a mother, especially a single mother, will raise her sons to be providers of women, but also in the same household will raise her daughters to be independent of...
Alright, let's get one thing straight. Women can't teach their sons how to become men, and you should never, ever, ever be telling your sons to provide for women. You should be telling them to provide for their families.
Yes.
Real men don't provide for just random women.
Oh.
We only provide for women we want to start families with.
Yep.
Only desperate simps provide for women they just met. If you tell your son that he needs to provide for women, the door will be left open for random women to feel entitled to your son's provision. And we don't want that, do we?
No.
Because that's what's going on in today's society. When you hear women talking about, he need to be paying my rent and my car note within 2 weeks of me getting to know him. The reason single mothers are teaching their sons to be provider is because that's something they've never had. And they believe all men should be traditional. Whereas they're teaching their daughters to be independent because of feminism and the need to compete with men. It's like a mixture of two immiscible liquids. Oil shaken up with water. It just doesn't work.
Nope.
This is why you see divorce rates at over 56%, promiscuous culture, lack of marriage, especially in the black community, women filing for divorce at an 80 to 90% rate due to unhappiness and unable to pay a bond. Out of wedlock birth rates are at 40%, 78% in the black community. So in essence, you're teaching your daughters they don't need a man and they can do it all by themselves. But at the same time, you're teaching your sons to be traditional, to be providers, protectors, and everything a man is supposed to be. Now tell me, how is this going to
How many times have I said this, man? How many times have I said this? And I think this is one of the reasons why single mothers raising sons is a problem. Because
Bring back the El Paso boys. I haven't talked to them in a while. They're off on deployment. They came from single mother households. They told me, they didn't tell me, but my friend told me about their stories and just how they struggled and how they even resent their own mothers, and how he is a Marine or in the Army, and his mom is still calling him and asking him for $500 for whatever it is, and him not having it, she badgers him and calls him useless and all these things. That is horrible. This is exactly what Raul is talking about. These women are telling their sons that they have to provide everything just to women, but it's mostly only they're trying to provide all that. They're trying to attract all that provision for themselves because that's who they can only get from is their own children.
Because this is what you typically see. Women are raising their sons and setting them up for failure because y'all want to raise them to be the providers that, let's say, your baby fathers are not per se, but at the same time, you want to teach the daughters to be able to do everything on their own like you. Where's the harmony in that? How is a man that's supposed to be quote unquote the provider, how is he supposed to deal with that kind of woman? And then when you look at today's dating market, what do you have? A bunch of men that have pretty much been raised to still be traditional, still being held to a traditional standard, while women are on their modern shit. They want to do whatever the hell they want, and they just expect men to come through and pay for everything. So maybe the single motherhood might play a bigger part in why today dating market is the way it is more than we think.
Nope.
But maybe
we already knew it was a big part of it. Like I did, at least. This is why I always talk about single motherhood, and just because it's not that apparent in my family. It's not that apparent in the people around me, in a sense of like my friends, but it is very apparent with everybody else. I grew up in a very black neighborhood. I grew up in a very mixed neighborhood. I saw a lot of Hispanic families. I saw a lot of black families. I saw very few Asian families. I only saw like my own Asian family, and I saw a lot of white families. I saw the difference in dynamics.
maybe I'm wrong. Y'all let me know what y'all think. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support.
Shout out to Ro. You let him hit it raw. It is the lyric of the song. If you stop doing that particular part, you would not be a single mom. Please like and subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.